Glad to have you back. I hope you enjoyed the exciting updates on the most recent trends. Today, most traditional means of communication, such as television, radio, telephone, etc., are being redefined by the internet, giving birth to new services such as voice over internet protocol and internet protocol television, IPTV. So, for example, the influence of the print industry is gradually diminishing, with books, newspapers going fully digital, and blogs and websites are becoming more influential by the day. The internet has aided and fast-tracked new forms of human interaction through instant messaging, social networking, blogs, forums. Even online shopping is currently booming, and electronic services are also on the increase. This has led experts to propound a theory of what is known as the Internet of Things, which says that the future of technology will be one where everything is connected to everything. And this leads us to our topic of the day, the Internet of Things and how it affects you. And my guest is Omo Clark. Omo Clark is a qualified IT consultant. She runs iBears Solutions, a technology company specializing in software development. Welcome to the studio.
Thank you, CFA. Thanks for having me.
All right. Now, we are looking at the concept of the Internet of Things.
Yes.
So let's start with an explanation. What is the Internet of Things?
The Internet of Things is a concept where every object, every electronic device, everything with an ISP or URL is connected to the Internet. And it also goes further. It also talks about automating data and analyzing data.
Wow.
Yeah.
Now, is it a reality? I mean, it looks like what we used to watch in sci-fi films of those days. Is it a reality or is it just a myth?
It's a reality, and it's to keep growing. I think Cisco predicted that this year, 2015, already 25 billion devices,
Wow.
are connected to the Internet. So, and that's going to grow.
25 billion devices.
Yes.
Now, if we bring it home, would you say Nigerians are prone to its effects, or what would you say about when you relate it to Nigeria?
In Nigeria, yes, for now. Maybe people are not aware of it, but as we go on, I mean, think about just a normal person. You go around, you have a BlackBerry, it's connected to the Internet, you've got some Android phone, you've got a laptop, an iPad, everything connected to the Internet, and that will grow. You're paying for stuff over the Internet, your data is flowing. That will just increase as we go on.
You would assume that this also comes with a lot of opportunities.
It comes with fantastic opportunities.
Now, so what kind of opportunities are available for Nigerians in the Internet of Things?
Well, paperless. We keep talking about that. It's the ability to do everything from one device, from the comfort of your home. You can buy stuff online, you can pay online. If we have the future, which is internet-enabled cars, you can query your car, lock your cars. Insurance companies can get every information they need about a car, the usage, from a device. It's endless for businesses, for consumers. You've got refrigerators connected to the Internet. It's amazing.
Talking about cars, the CES 2015 that just ended, I mean, they had cars that had all those functions, even though they are still prototypes.
Yes.
But they're already available.
Yes, it's, a lot of them. I think, is it Google or who is?
Google, Telsa.
Partnering with all these automobile companies like Audi, GM, to bring all these cars out. So in the future, you can lock your car, open your car.
And literally speak to your car.
Speak to your car, do anything. It's amazing. It will grow.
But it brings up another very burning issue, and that's the issue of security.
Yes.
Now, if a refrigerator has an IP address, in fact, in 2013 or early 2014, a refrigerator was used to send spam emails using the IP address of the refrigerator. Now, it brings up the issue of security.
Security is key. I mean, the biggest challenge or concern or thing we should be talking about now in terms of security and the Internet of Things is that confidentiality. Lots of devices connecting to lots of devices to lots of different companies. So you have data, sensitive data, flying everywhere.
So let me give you, a practical example. If you must track down what happens in the world of hacking, you must understand what is going on in terms of the strategy and the principles and the codes used by hackers. Now, are we ready for the Internet of Things with what you just said, 25 billion connected devices? Are we really ready for it?
We have to be ready. We need to, you know what I mean, start getting in there and putting policies, security policies. A lot of companies already have security policies. Have to start taking that a lot more seriously, reviewing your security policy in line with the Internet of Things. Bring your own device. That had its own challenges. So all of that, I think at a basic personal level, every person should ensure that whatever device they are using is secure. So you start having
And how do they ensure that?
internet protection. You can, internet protection, antivirus. Ensure that if you are, not just your device is secure, whatever device or system you're connecting to is secure. You have to, if you're paying for stuff online, make sure they have authentication, two-factor, whatever factors, make sure everything is secure. It's the same way we say you won't announce your password in a public, your password or your PIN number in a public and start or write it on your forehead for everybody to see. The same way you have to make sure you're secure. You protect yourself first. Make sure whoever you are connecting to is protected.
But you know that most times people find it very difficult to deal with the privacy issues that occur in terms of how to manage it, especially when it comes to the internet. How do you suggest, because identity theft, just like you mentioned, would actually be another big issue.
Yeah.
How can people manage it? Because I've seen people who tell me that they can't be on social media, for example, because they are afraid of people stealing their identity. Because so a basic form of hacking will be that you can actually go to your victim's page and see some things and use that as a form of hacking. How do we manage and marry all this?
Is security consciousness. We all have to be security conscious because obviously we are open, but we can't prevent the spread and the growth of the Internet of Things. So therefore, security is a big thing. If you go on social media and you're scared somebody, they have all these social media sites have got security. We just have to use them. You have to follow ensure you use them. You follow the right protocols. Now,
what about on the national level?
At a national level, we need a responsible person or people to be in charge of security. Our security, data protection. The last time I was aware, Nigeria did not have a Data Protection Act, but
we're making progress.
But we need one. We need all these things in place. We need cyber policies in place.
How about the cyber security bill, the one that was recently passed? Don't you think it's by the Senate?
By the Senate.
Don't you think it's adequate enough?
It might, you know what I mean? I don't know what's going on. I haven't read it, unfortunately, you know what I mean? So I won't tell a lie. But yeah, we need more policies. We need somebody to police it and enforce it. Education to ensure people actually use it and follow it. That's the key thing. Because the Internet of Things, as we say, connectivity, all devices connected to the Internet will just continue to grow. There's no, it can't be stopped, you know what I mean?
And it has come to stay.
It has come to stay.
The week that Sony had the hack experience, that same week, South Korea experienced a breach at one of its nuclear facility.
Yes.
And Nigeria is actually thinking of that, of going nuclear, Now, when you marry this with the fact that these nuclear facilities will be highly technological in nature, the breaches, how
Wow.
on the national level?
I think we need to take some steps backwards to move forward. Yeah. So we need to go and revisit. So the cyber bill is there, which is fantastic. We need to properly revisit our policies for security policies. Yeah, make sure we have people that can actually enforce it and make sure they are used. You know what I mean? So everyone authorized, there will always be loopholes. So they need to be monitored. You always need to patch computers and patch systems all the time. So we need to be on top of our game.
All right, one final word before we round off today's episode.
Internet of Things has come to stay. To keep one step ahead, we need to be aware, we all need to be security conscious. We all need to safeguard our sensitive personal and business data. Keep them free from malicious people, malicious attackers. Thank you very much.
Thank you so much.
Thank you, CFA.
All right, you've heard Omo Clark. The Internet of Things have come to stay, and you have to protect and secure yourself and your investment. That will be it on this segment. We'll be right back after this break. Before we go, let's take a look at some questions sent in from our viewers. This is coming from Daniel Ajayi, who says, what aspect of ICT, aside programming, can I get skills and training on? Our answer to you is some of the critical skills to learn include marketing. This is because even if you design the most useful product, the next challenge you will have is how to get the word out. Marketing in this case would also include content marketing, social media marketing, and mobile marketing. This is why, irrespective of the field you choose, marketing is extremely important. Aside that, other core IT skills that might be of help to you is IT security, big data, cloud, and business intelligence. These are some of the fields in IT that are expected to grow year on year. Now, the second question is, how can I get started with online marketing? And our answer is online marketing is simply a process of selling a product or service on the internet. So you basically need to have a product or a service to get started. And next is to consider the right platform which you will use to sell your product or service. So it could be a blog or it could be on social media. Now, after you have selected that platform, you will need to engage in content development as well as marketing. So content is key in online marketing, and without content, it is impossible to engage in effective online marketing. Finally, you need to engage in full promotion, either through paid or free mediums. Question 3. I am confused about what phone to buy next. Since there are many options available, what should I do? Well, I may not be able to tell you exactly what phone to buy, but what I can say is that before you buy any phone, you need to look out for a number of things, like the features, the specifications, the operating system, the size, and the build quality. So for example, if you have a small palm, it might be difficult for you to deal with a 5.5 screen display. Or if you will be using your phone for some heavy stuff like games, you might need to buy one with a higher capacity, what we would call a flagship phone. Please send your questions or comments to techtrends@channelstv.com or via SMS and or social media as displayed on your screen. That has been it for this week's edition of the show. Join us same time next week for another interesting episode. Keep this in mind, the technology revolution is here to stay. The question is, what can you do to maximize these opportunities? Let's do it again, same time next week on Tech Trends. My name is Chukwemeka Agbata saying bye for now.